Hello, Just2Good here, and welcome to the 8th episode of the Just2podcast, the podcast where it's just two of us, where we talk about Lego and have a good time. Today I'm joined by a very requested guest, Jaiden Animations, a wonderful YouTuber who has nearly 4 million subscribers. Congrats on that, Jaiden.
Oh, thank you so much. I was like waving, and then I was like, oh, I'm just waving in my own room, and no one can see me.
Oh my gosh, yeah, maybe one day I'll have a video version of the podcast. But to start off, to those who don't watch your channel, what kinds of videos do you bring to the table?
I do, like as my name suggests, video animation stuff. And yeah, I just like
Perfect.
make stories and animations.
Well, yeah, I asked this to everyone here. Are your videos kid-friendly in your own mind?
I do think that they are kid-friendly because I don't swear and I don't talk about anything like bad that kids shouldn't.
But this is a Lego channel, so I'm curious, what's your opinion on Lego?
You know, as a kid, my brother had Lego and we would play with it like occasionally. We weren't like avid fans of it, but the most like the biggest thing when people say Lego is I think back to when I had the GameCube and I played Lego Star Wars with my brother all the time. And that was like the biggest Lego part for me.
Hey, no, that makes sense. I had it for GameCube too. I remember they first released it on PlayStation 2, I think, and I was like waiting for it to come to GameCube because at that time I think I only had a GameCube.
Yeah,
but
I only had a
yeah, that's a fun game. Have you played any of the ones since then?
I think maybe. I don't remember them as much though. I just remember like
understandable.
You know, like I played like we were young. I don't know when it came out, but I remember the most distinct things were fighting over my brother on who gets like the blue coins because that was worth the most, even though it went to the same piggy bank. And then I also liked playing with Jar Jar Binks a lot because I didn't know in the movies that he's annoying as frick. But I just was like, he can jump really high, and he also looks like Blaziken. So
that's hilarious. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Have you seen any of the Lego movies?
Yeah, I saw the first one. I haven't seen the Batman one, which I heard was pretty good.
Yeah.
But
Did you like the first one?
Of course, that one was great. I think it surprised everyone.
I know, legit. Like, we were just like, oh, this is going to be some, shameless advertisement, but it ended up being still one of my favorite movies, I guess, to this day. I love it so much.
I'm a big fan of how they animated it as well.
Oh, yeah, that was because it looked like a stop motion. But are you excited for the sequel that comes out next year?
There's a sequel?
Yep, and it's coming out next February.
Oh my gosh. Yes, now I'm excited.
That was the most genuine oh my gosh I've heard. Like, it was like, oh my gosh.
See, like, since on YouTube, so, I don't watch TV and advertisements anymore. I have YouTube Red, so I don't see any advertisements.
Oh yeah, same
so
here. But
I don't see any trailers for anything. And then when people are like, are you excited about this? I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm a hermit when it comes to everything.
Well, yeah, there hasn't actually been a trailer or any advertisements yet. It'll probably be
seen
this
it
month
either
or
way.
next month. Yeah, exactly. So a lot of people just don't know it's coming out, but we'll start seeing some advertisements soon. So yeah, I can't wait for that. But with that topic of movies, for some movie questions, I mean, you don't usually talk about films on your channel, and my fans are the ones who like Star Wars and superhero movies. So what are your opinions on those types of movies?
Like, I had a pretty sheltered childhood, not on purpose, but I was just not interested in many things. I would, like, play my Game Boy, and then I'd draw or something, and watch TV and cartoons. So I never was, like, into Star Wars as a kid or, like, superhero stuff, like, you know, how it's driven nostalgically now today. So I haven't watched any Star Wars movies, and I've seen like maybe 3 superhero movies, and they're okay.
Really?
Yeah, like people are gonna get mad at how much I don't like watch. Like, I've kind of talked about it before, maybe on Twitter. Like, I haven't read any Harry Potter. I haven't read any Lord of the Rings. I haven't like all this stuff. People are like, "Have you seen this movie?" The answer is normally no. But it's not like I'm actively avoiding it. I'm just not the biggest movie person. I do like to go see movies with friends.
Oh, have you seen any recent ones lately?
Actually, I did see Isle of Dogs with my best friend, and that was really good.
Yeah, that was fantastic. Oh my gosh, so good.
Mm-hmm.
So you haven't even seen like Infinity War or any of these hyped up, movies?
No, I see on Twitter like all the memes of like the glove, and I'm like, oh, that. I bet that's a funny meme, but I don't get the reference.
That's pretty funny. Okay, well, I know that you made a video on like reality shows, but you've said in there that you watch cartoons and animated shows even now. So which animated shows do you watch now?
Ooh, okay. So I don't watch any I'm very much like YouTube and then work on YouTube and then watch YouTube videos. My life is on YouTube. If someone like cut off YouTube, I'd be like, oh my gosh, I don't know what to do with my life.
No, I feel you. Yeah.
So I don't have any series that I'm watching currently, but I do have a giant list of shows that I want to watch, either like because I want to rewatch them or my friends are like, hey, you need to watch this. I did watch My Hero Academia, the first season. I know the second one's out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I started that one. It's pretty good. I just didn't have enough time to finish it, but interesting. What drew you to that one over some other shows?
As a kid, I always just wanted to have superpowers. So now it's like just living vicariously through this anime. I like the bird guy. I can never remember his name. It starts with a Y, but the shadow bird.
Yeah, I didn't get that far in, so I don't remember any of their names
He's
either.
the coolest.
But,
just spoilers.
Yeah. Did you watch any other anime or anything like that, or was that it?
I've watched. My friend watches anime more than I do, so I normally go over to her house and we watch some episodes of what she's watching. I've watched Samurai Champloo, which I don't know how popular it is, and that was good.
Yeah, I've heard of that one. I'm not like a huge anime guy.
That was a good one. I watched like a couple years ago.
I see. Well, viewers can submit questions, and for those who's watching who don't know, you can submit your questions for each guest on the main thread in the subreddit a couple days before the interview. The subreddit is literally reddit.com/r/just2good, but it's linked in the description if you need it. Either way, the first one was asked by Hilgo10, who asks, what is your favorite Pokemon game?
Oh, okay. So I'm a nostalgia-driven person, as many people are. I grew up with, like, the first Pokemon game I had was Pokemon Ruby. So that's my favorite one just because it makes me think it's like, oh, yeah, it's my childhood, and I'm not an adult yet, please, right? Yeah. What about you? Have you played any Pokemon games?
Oh, yeah. I loved Pokemon. Capitalize on loved. I'm like you, nostalgia person, but for me, I grew up on Pokemon Blue and Pokemon Silver, like those two. And it's funny, the one or not really generation, because I had Leaf Green and Fire Red. I never got into Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald.
Yeah, I know a lot of people like skipped over that one.
I guess because I was like, my older brother had the Game Boy Advance, and I had his hand-me-down Game Boy Color, and so that's how I played those. But yeah, I never really got around to it. I got a used copy eventually that just had like 1,000 Mews. So like I started trading that to my Leaf Green and Fire Red and stuff like that. But yeah, and I love Diamond and Pearl and Black and White. And then after that, I actually I kept getting them, but I would never get into them. So did you play like any of the ones on 3DS?
Yeah, like Sun and Moon and X and Y. They were okay.
Did you like them?
They were okay. Yeah. Like Pokemon, it's more of it's been changing to be like less, everyone friendly and more like kid friendly, which I can see that. I can respect that decision on Nintendo. So it's been like, I enjoy Pokemon and I'm going to support it, but I agree that it's not like the best it can be. I'm waiting for Switch Pokemon.
I think we all are. Do you have a Switch?
No, I'm waiting. Okay, so story time. We're
gonna animate this one.
Like, it's not animation worthy. It's not. I'm not an exciting person. Whether you think it's
oh, come on.
So I always get really excited about new Nintendo products and systems. So I get them. I didn't get the Wii U, but I got the new 3DS and stuff. And then a couple months later, they release like a Pokemon edition one, and I'm like, no, that one looks so cool, but I have no reason to buy it. And so now I'm gonna wait until they release a Pokemon Switch design.
Oh, Switch.
Yeah. So I'm like, I'm gonna catch myself this time. I'm not gonna get snuck up on. So I'm waiting for that.
Yeah. But how about they release a new Pokemon game? Are you still gonna wait?
I want to say that the pattern would be to release it at the same time as the game.
Good point. Yeah, good point. Yeah, I see. And Wesley XXX asked, what is your least favorite Pokemon? Yeah, I know, so many X's. What's your least favorite Pokemon generation?
It's gonna sound my least favorite. I feel like I can't have a least favorite because I haven't I feel like in order to have a least favorite and a favorite, I have to play every single generation back to back and like write notes and stuff. And like I can't go based on how I was as a kid because I didn't read. Like the thing is, I loved Pokemon as a kid, but I didn't play it, the way it was supposed to be played. I'd start a new game and I'd go to like the second city and then I'd like turn it off and then I'd play the next day and just start a new game again. And it's like,
really?
I can play the first little bit of the game like eyes closed. Not really, but that's a metaphor.
Yeah. No, that's I've never heard people do that. Like, that's an interesting thing. I mean...
Yeah, I don't know why I did that. I just liked starting fresh, and then I wouldn't finish anything.
For me, I was so sacred with my files. I was like, I'm never deleting these. I'm keeping these forever. They're my memories. So I could never imagine doing that. Yeah.
Yeah, I was a weird kid.
That's interesting.
I played a lot of games like that, like games where I just start, and then like the old school games where you have to have a password or something. I wouldn't write down the password, I'd just start the new game again.
Well, what was your oldest Nintendo console?
Probably just the normal Game Boy Advance. I don't know the timeline of stuff. Did the GameCube come out before, or it came out after the Advance, right?
Yeah, I think they were both 2001.
Yeah, I remember I
think they were both 2001.
Yeah, I had the flat purple one, actually. What was that one called?
Oh, the purple, Game Boy Advance?
Yeah. Is that the...
Yeah, it was just a normal one, I think.
Okay, yeah. I was worried I was saying,
I think
the
I had
flippy
that one, too.
I don't...
the flipping one. The flipping one was the SP.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you're right. Yeah. I bought a new one on eBay like a couple months ago.
Oh, nice. Whoa, yeah. I've been trying to get one on eBay, too, because it's a great console where you could even play the older Game Boy games, which I really like. But, yeah. Do you play any other, like, Nintendo games that aren't Pokemon?
I don't play video games too much anymore. I've been trying to, so I'm seeing a therapist, and she's like, Jaiden, you need to stop working nonstop, because I started seeing her because I was like, I'm really tired and burnt out. And she's like, all right, so what's your schedule? And I was like, okay, I wake up at 8, and then I work out for an hour or something, and then I go to work. And then she's like, all right. And then I go to work until lunch, and then I eat lunch, and then I go back to work. And then I go to work until dinner. And then after dinner, I work until I sleep. And then...
Holy crap.
And then she was like, that's not okay. And I was like...
Yeah.
It doesn't seem that bad when you're in the motion, and then saying it out loud, I was like, oh no, this doesn't sound right on paper. So I'm trying to get more time to
Yeah, I feel I mean I'm always swamped with my video work, I gotta stop. I gotta probably cool down on my work ethic as well, because it takes up a lot of time.
Yeah, are you in school or college or anything?
Yeah, college. Still doing college. That's a reveal to the listeners, I think, but whatever. Yeah, so it's the same here, and I'm focusing on the Lego YouTubing and the school work. It's just a pain in the butt. But,
it's a lot.
Yeah, no, I totally understand. Yeah. So Moral Ridder 0811 said, do you have a secret fandom you're a part of?
Oh, fandom. I feel like I can't apply anything to any of these questions because I'm such a hermit.
Hey, that's totally okay. Don't worry about it.
Okay, so, I can make some. Let's see, Pokemon fandom. That's a pretty obvious one. I wouldn't say I'm in a fandom, but I do enjoy My Hero Academia memes and stuff.
Oh, there you go.
And
watch people start sending you those on like Twitter or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna send me stuff, send me the pictures of the bird guy.
We can tell you like birds a lot.
I do.
But yeah, moving on to channel questions. Was there ever a video that you planned on releasing but ended up scrapping it?
I always have like a list of ideas, and I'll just be like, oh, this one thing that I might be able to talk about. I just write it down, and it's just one bullet point, and it's definitely not video worthy, but I keep it just in case.
Well, that's why you have those videos where you just talk about like a whole bunch of just random ideas.
Yeah, that's where I came up with the random video thing. I was like, this is a waste of like little bullet points, so I'm just gonna squish them together, whether it's a good video or not. And then it turned out that a lot of people made videos doing that, which is cool. It's like a trend.
Yeah. You started it.
Yeah, it's
awesome.
Such a weird trend. But I mean,
are there any videos that you regret releasing?
Oh yeah, so like most of them.
Well, we've all been there.
Yeah, I'd say the biggest one is I unlisted it, so I mean I'm sure a lot of people have seen that I removed it, but I removed the what's it called, like impersonation video, because like even though I stand by some of the points I make in that video, I also changed like viewpoints on certain things. Like it's never an okay thing to say. Like you can never say that, because then it like empowers it too much. I don't have like a stance on that whole like thing. But
I totally, I get what you're saying. I have not seen that video, so
good.
Interesting.
Good. Yeah. You won't be able to see it ever again.
Oh man, yeah.
I think people have re-uploaded it, but yeah, it's fine.
There you go. That's what usually happens. Yeah. Well, what was it like being on the React series? Like, how did they approach you and to come on and such?
Oh, they just emailed me and were like, "Hey, we like your stuff. Do you want to react to some stuff?" And I was like, "Yeah, I do want to react to stuff." And then we went to LA.
That's freaking awesome. Because I remember they did a react video to your videos.
Yeah, they asked me about that too, and that was cool. I thought that I thought people were gonna be much more harsh on the videos than I thought they would be, because I am definitely more harsh. I'm like, why do you like this video? This is a bad video.
Yeah, like did they ask, oh, can we react to your thing, or was it just like a surprise?
No, they asked. They said like, I don't know how they approach things with like everything, but yeah, they asked me like, hey, would you like to do this, like, do you want to have this, is this okay? And
I totally get it. No, that's awesome. Like,
yeah, and
so
then
cool.
they were also like, hey, you know how people do the react to the react? They're like, hey, you can totally do that. I think they like it when people do that, because it's like advertisement for them as well.
I can't remember. Did you do a react to a react?
I didn't want to.
Yeah, I think did the Odd Ones Out do one? I think when they got his thing on there. I don't remember. I can't recall.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
But I didn't think that like I could make a video. Like I don't think it would be worth a video to like try and like, oh, this is funny and blah blah blah.
Yeah, no, I got you. Well, on Reddit, Dalek Brooks asked, who has been your biggest inspiration for animation, and how have you inspired by others since becoming a larger face in the animation community?
So, like, when I was first doing high school. When I was in high school, like, junior year, it was getting to the point where it's like, all right, I have to choose what to do with my life, and I know I like art, and that's it. And my parents were like, why don't you work for Pixar? And I was like, okay. Like, I was like very go with the flow. I was like, okay. And then they're like, all right, so you need to learn how to 3D animate. And I was okay. So they put me in this program called EVIT, where you go to school, your classes for half the day, and then you get on a bus and drive over to EVIT for the other half of the day. And that's where they teach you about, like, whatever course you want to do.
Really?
Yeah, they had,
nice.
firemen and chefs and massage people. And I went to animation, and I was like, I guess I didn't have an understanding of the animation, like, community or something. I was just like, yeah, I'll do animation. And I was, like, the only girl in the program. And
oh my gosh. Was there a lot of people in it in general?
Maybe 10, 15, not very many.
I see.
But I was like, oh gosh, so I'm gonna not talk to anyone. And that's what I did. And,
oh dang.
like, it was okay. It was too like computer tech stuff for me, and I was more about drawing back then. I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm gonna just try and learn what 2D animation is about. So I looked up tutorials on YouTube, and that's how I got started. And now I like it, which is good. But also, that's how I got into animation. But YouTube, obviously, like, I found Dom and Swoozy. I think I saw Swoozy first, just in high school, but I was like, this guy's videos are funny, so I just subscribed and stuff. And then it wasn't until I saw Domix, his video got recommended to me. He was pretty big, but relatively small compared to now. He had like 100,000 subscribers. And
yeah, I see.
I was like, this is really cool. I like this kind of thing a lot. And I was really inspired to, like, want to try and do something like that. And I see. I guess where it started. And
so there you go. That's pretty cool. Yeah. I mean, do you still dream of working at Pixar?
No. I don't think I'm cut out to be Pixar worthy stuff.
Aw, dang.
But you know what's cool is... go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna just say, it's cool because it feels like back then, like, it was just Dom and Adonde and stuff, but since starting to do stuff, it's really picked up, and I really appreciate that because it's still a relatively small community, but it's growing, and I think it's really good. A lot of people are very nice. I like how
everybody seems to work together on it. Like, you guys have collaborations all the time, which I think is cool.
There's not a competition because we all know that animation is pretty struggling to do. So we're all like in the same sinking ship together. So we're all just like, plug up the holes, dig out the water.
Yeah, I know. I totally got you. And it seems like YouTube is recognizing it because they had the YouTube Rewind, you know?
Yeah. So that was an honor, but also it was kind of like, I mean, they put us at the end for a reason to watch the credits. So it's like, and I know that Rebecca, Let Me Explain Studios, she's really nice. I like her a lot.
Yeah.
She kind of got screwed over because she was working on a scene, and then they were like, all right, Jaiden and James are going to do that scene. So Rebecca, you need to do like a different scene, and you need to restart. And she's like, but I already like am working on it. So she like... You know, it was just really...
That's just ridiculous.
Yeah, they asked her for, like, a lot of stuff.
Hey, at the end with you guys, I think you guys were, like, the only people I recognized in that whole YouTube Rewind. Like, it was just a bunch of people that I just was like, who are these people?
Oh, thank you so much. I didn't know many people either.
Yeah, I mean, I think there was, like, the Paul brothers, but that was before their whole controversy.
Yeah, and I was like, oh no, this doesn't hold up too well.
Yeah, but Dalek Bricks also asked, has having additional animators helped to let you post more frequently?
It is more helpful because now I can work more on, like, scenes and actually animating things, because before I was working, like, nonstop 2 weeks and then posting and then, like, taking a day or two off and then just starting it over again. And then since I had such a tight deadline, I was like, all right, this scene can just be, like, this picture, and it's not really moving, and it didn't really look good. And I was like, I mean, that's just how it has to be. And then I was like, I was against hiring people because YouTube seems like such a homemade, like, one person doing this because they're passionate and they just want to, and it's not about the money, and it's not about blah blah blah. So I was scared to start going away from that. I still think I hope that I still come off as like me doing my thing. It's not a huge production.
I see.
But it has been, my priority is to make entertaining animated videos that like are moving now and like well animated. And it's like that transition has been hard because it's hard to find people who are spot on, like on model. Like some scenes in videos, like all the animators are so talented, but sometimes it is about a bit off model, where people are like, oh, I can see that Jaiden didn't animate that. So it's been hard. I'm still like in the process of finding people who can fit and like can work on the scenes, and we have this whole like schedule and stuff. So it's a work in progress, but it's definitely helped and benefited the videos like animation wise.
Well, that's good to hear because we all really like your videos. So
thank you.
For some random questions, are you spotted in public often?
No, I don't do like live footage too often. So like not too much. One time I went to Chipotle with my mom, and she was ordering something, and the worker recognized my mom because I filmed her for a bit one time, and she's like, I recognized that's Jaiden's mom, and I was behind her, so she was like, oh, like, that must be Jaiden. So she's like, hey, Jaiden, I watch your videos. And I was like, oh my gosh, thank you. I was like surprised because awesome. I was like, I didn't look good. I was like, just woke up. I was like getting Chipotle. I was like, oh God, I don't show my face. I'm not wearing any makeup. And then she's like, I recognized your mom.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, and my brother says he gets recognized at his school. Like, hey,
that's
are
awesome.
You Jaiden's brother? And like my family's getting more recognized than I am. So
that's funny. And Peg Legs Peter on Reddit asked, what made you decide to get a green cheek conure? I can never pronounce that. Since you inspired him to get one. Yeah, I can't say that.
Oh, I want to see.
Yeah, which he loves, by the way. He said he loves his bird, so there you go.
Oh, that's so good. I've always been into birds. Like, ever since I was 12, I was like, Mom, can we get a bird? And she's like, no, you can get a bird when you move out. And I was like, all right. Jaiden will remember that.
Yeah.
And that's what I did. And I've always loved birds, and I'm glad that I can like show how great and silly they can be, because like on the surface it's like, that's just a dumb bird, it doesn't think, and it's not got a personality, but they do. They're so great. And they're so bratty and snotty, and I love them.
Awesome. Well, I'm a huge foodie myself, so I was wondering if there was any odd food that you would recommend people try.
I like food, but I don't know how public this information is, but I refrain from using this term because it has a pretty negative connotation in a community, but I am vegan, so like, so I don't eat meat or animal products and stuff, so there's like not as much like there's a ton of gourmet vegan food, but I haven't tried it. So I like sandwiches.
Well, then what'd you get at Chipotle?
Oh, I got the sofritas, which is really good. I recommend that people go to Chipotle and try the sofritas because they're very good.
All right, I gotta try that sometime then.
Yeah.
I don't really go to Chipotle too often.
Me neither. But sometimes it can be too much. It's like, Chipotle's just a little bit too much sometimes.
I see. And finally, when you were younger, did you have like a near-death experience that you're comfortable with sharing? I know it's a weird question, but I usually ask it because it comes with some really good conversation.
My first instinct is to say no, but that would be a lie because I just remembered that one time I was at like we were having like a pool party or something, and there was a bunch of kids in the pool, and I was underwater, and like, you know how there's like rafts where people can sit on?
Holy crap. Like, this is sounding like mine, your death
Really?
experience, but keep going.
Yeah, so like I was under the water, and then I tried to get up to breathe because, you know, I kind of like would want to do that. And there was a bunch of kids on a raft, and it was perfectly on top of me, so I was like pushing, and I was like, I need air. And for I was a child and freaking out, so I was like, I'm not gonna try and like go to the side. I'm gonna try and lift 3 children up from under the water. And someone had to like jump in because they saw that I was dying. Not like dying, but I was like not having a good time. And
I see. No, that sounds so similar to mine. Oh my gosh, I had basically the same experience when I was like 2 or 3. But
it's spooky.
It is legit. Oh my gosh. Well, at least you're not like scared of swimming now because of that, right?
I'm not the biggest fan of water. If I were to choose like skydiving or scuba diving, I would do skydiving because like water is kind of freaky to me. But I wouldn't say that's based on that, you know.
Oh, okay. I got you. I don't think. I mean, I think I'd rather do scuba diving. Skydiving sounds extremely scary. I don't know. I don't like heights too much, so.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'm a big fan. Like when I was younger, I was like, I want to be a bird. I want to have wings. So like anything where I could like pretend to be a bird, like looking out, I'm like, that's great.
That's funny. Oh my gosh, you really do love birds.
I do.
Well, hey, I think that's it for the questions. So where can people find you on social media?
I want to, since I felt bad because this like podcasts are all about me and stuff, and I don't want that because that sounds like I'm not about that.
Don't worry.
So I wanted to ask you some questions.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel so special.
Oh, thank you. I feel special for being on the podcast. Anyway,
thank you.
I had questions, but I didn't write them down. Let's see. What is your favorite breakfast cereal?
Favorite breakfast cereal? Oh man, that's a good question. I
know I'm pretty great.
Oof.
So.
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
Hey, look, I'm telling you. Wait, I got this. No, I got this. You asked. I got this. Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's like an A cereal.
Exactly.
Like,
there's different
no
tiers.
one like thinks of Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Sorry, there's an airplane. He can do his own thing.
Yeah, I just had my garage opening, so that was probably the.
Do you record this in the garage?
No. It's just that my house is very small.
It's like
the garage opens, it rumbles the whole house. It's like, oh my gosh. I see.
I was gonna feel so bad if you're like in the garage and it's like hot and sweaty and it's like rain. I'm like, no.
No. You're good. Yeah, I'm in the comfort of my room with my Lego surrounding me, so don't worry.
There you go.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Cinnamon Toast is like an A cereal, dude. There's never a time for me where someone's like, hey, we have Cinnamon Toast Crunch, do you want that? And I'm like, no, I'm not in the mood. That's like, that's a sin.
Yeah, exactly. No, legit. Like, I don't really like fruity, artificial flavored stuff, so I don't like any of the fruit ones, but I like Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I like Reese's Pieces, too, if you ever had
those. Those are
the
good.
Reese's cereal. Do you like them?
I'd say they're like B+ cereal.
B+, okay.
Like most of the time,
everybody I tell that to, like they're like, I hate that one. But I love Reese's. I don't know.
Just the other day, I was in the grocery store with someone, and they're like, I need cereal, so we went to the cereal aisle, and we saw peanut butter and chocolate Cheerios. And we're like, oh my gosh. So we had to get those. It was like, it had on the brand, it was like new. And we tried it, and it was okay. It wasn't as, it was like the same idea of Reese's Pieces. Reese's Puffs.
Reese's Puffs, that's a real name for it.
Yeah. But I'd stick to the original.
Yeah, like, I think I had, I think they made like a Cinnamon Toast Crunch peanut butter version.
Really?
Like this combination of two things I love just does not work. It just doesn't work out.
That, like, it sounds like good on paper, but it's like, I don't know. I mean, They seem like, since when I was a kid, the cereal has expanded so much. Like, I don't go down the kids, like, not kids, but like all the brand cereal all the time. But when I did, like, in Walmart or something, it's like donut flavor and cookie flavor and chocolate and peanut butter and frosted and cupcake, and it's like, oh my god. This is not
no, they have
breakfast.
a lot of new. Yeah, it's basically let's put pastries into breakfast. Everything's cake flavored and donut flavored, and I'm like, okay.
It was very overwhelming.
Right.
Like, as a kid, I'd be like, oh my god, this is like I'm gonna have cereal for the rest of my life. But as an adult, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have a seizure. This is too much.
Yeah, no, I try not to eat cereal even now because it's very sugary, and like I try to avoid sugar too much. But I love it whenever I have it. So
it's a nice treat.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, no, I agree. Cereal's great.
Let's see. I also had another question. I don't know where the inspiration was on this one, but what do you think about storms that interrupt internet in the middle of podcasts?
You know, I really don't know where you were inspired to ask that very thought-provoking question. Those are really a pain in the butt, and you know, I mean, it's. I hope that never happens to anybody, especially if they have their most, requested guest on, who's been asked by many, and is definitely the most popular out of all the guests they've interviewed. That would be crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. I'd say, I think they're pretty cool.
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, no, those are awesome.
There's a time and place for them. No, I think, let's see, can I think of one more question on the spot?
Okay.
If you were to get rid of one color from the world, what would it be?
Ooh, one color. Man, that's a hard one. I'm just looking around my room. I'm like, what color do I not like here? I'll be honest, I'm not really a fan of pink.
Really?
I love purple. Yeah, I think you like purple too. I don't know.
Yeah, I do like purple.
Am I wrong with that?
Yeah,
Purple.
so maybe all the pink can change to like either a red or purplish color.
Yeah. I'm not really a fan of pink. I think it's just kind of like weak, It's like
weak.
Go with purple. No, I mean like you either go with purple or you go with red. Like pink, it's just a compromise and it doesn't work. I don't know.
I think I mean every color has its time and place, but I can agree that's a solid choice. My least favorite color is brown, but I can I would get rid of brown, but I can respect its importance in the world.
That's an interesting way to look at things.
Like if there was
I see what you're saying.
Like all my dressers and boxes and stuff are brown and my desk is brown, so it's like if it wasn't brown, then it'd be either like gray or some other color or
well,
white.
that's why my dressers and everything, my color scheme is black. I love black. Like that, or dark brown, that works. But like just regular brown, I see what you're saying. It looks kind of out of place with some of the dressers and stuff.
Like brown is my least
black
favorite color.
Black is so modern. Yeah.
But yeah, I agree. Modern, like I like either very dark, almost black, like desk and drawer stuff.
Hey, that totally makes sense. Well, hey, I really appreciate the interview that you gave me.
I mean, it's the least I could do.
Yeah, I mean, in my last real interview, the same thing happened where they started interviewing me at the end, and I was like, I guess this is just going to be a new segment. Let's interview Just Too Good. Anyways, where can people find you on social media?
If you want, you can go to Jaiden Animations YouTube. That's that'll pop up. Yeah.
Of course.
And my Twitter is Jaiden Animation. I really wanted Jaiden Animations, but Twitter wouldn't allow one more character for the S. So that's
really?
Yeah,
I didn't know they had a limit on characters, at least with that. What is that?
It's enough to fit Jaiden Animation.
6. I know, it's like what I know, it's like really? Yeah, that kind of sucks. Dang. That's why I was like on Twitter, it's Jaiden Animation. I guess I was like, did somebody take Jaiden Animations? Like, is that just a popular thing? Like,
like the biggest thing here is I don't even know what brand I'm supposed to be. When I first made YouTube or thought of a YouTube channel name after like a lot of thinking, I was just like, I don't know, Jaiden Animation, it almost rhymes. I'll just do that. And then I ruined it by putting an S at the end. But
dang. Well,
so I was like,
technically, it's not too late to change it. I mean, you could change it on YouTube to Jaiden Animation.
I'm just scared because I put my YouTube channel is a Google Plus account. It's like I put Jaiden Animation as my name, So it's like that's supposed to be the Google name, and I'm really scared to like change it to a YouTube account that's like Jaiden Animations. So YouTube is Jaiden space animations. Twitter is Jaiden Animation, no space, no S. And then Instagram is like Jaiden_animations because Jaiden Animation was taken. And it's like,
what?
It's very confusing.
That was by Faker.
Yeah. So it's like, oh gosh, it's very confusing. But I mean.
Hey, well, for those who didn't know, you can vote for the upcoming guests on the Just Too Good Reddit, linked in the description. $2 plus Patreon supporters can listen to audio of each episode early. You can find a link to that Patreon in the description as well. It was a pleasure to have you on, Jaiden. I mean, this is incredible.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you so much. Either way, I'll see you guys later. Peace out.
Bye. Oh, did you leave? I don't know if you left. I feel like I'm talking to myself. I don't know if I should still be recording in Audacity. It's weird that I'm the center of attention, and I also want to ask you or Just Too Good about stuff, because I feel like if it's just me, then it's like me, and I don't want that. So when he comes back, maybe he won't hear this, but when he comes back, I'm going to start asking him questions. I don't know what to ask him. He likes Lego. I should think of, I should write down, stuff. Let's see here. Breakfast cereal, and, let's see. What else is a fantastic question to ask someone that you've never met for the first time? So, how about politics, am I right? No, I'm kidding. That's a bad thing to ask about, especially nowadays. What's your opinion on storms that interrupt your podcasts? Yeah, that's a good question. Oh, it looks like he's online now. Is he gonna pop in? The anticipation. Oh. Alright, I still have time to think of questions. Let's see. Cereal. Internet storms. Wouldn't it be weird if there's like computers could have storms? Like, oh, it's raining, code, and it's like 0101. It's like, oh, it's hard to see, and I need windshield wipers for my computer. That'd be weird. And you can buy like an umbrella for your computer, or a firewall umbrella. That'd be cool. That'd be not cool. That'd be annoying. But it's interesting to think about. Maybe I should ask what if he could remove a color from the world, what would it be? Yeah. Oh, the person says, he will be back as soon as possible.